Greetings everyone and welcome to a new video on this channel. I recently got asked about Lucario's AB in Ultimate, and because of the extreme speed montage which broke like nearly every record on my channel, I thought it would be a good idea to actually make a short guide about it. Also, even 5 years after Ultimate released, it seems that many people don't seem to know how exactly extreme speed works. Similar to other guides, this one will be based on my personal experience and opinion about the move and Lucario in general, so you maybe will disagree at some points. And now, with that being said, let's get into the video. For the beginning, let's start with some basic information about extreme speed. As a recovery, it obviously is made to get back to the stage in the first place. However, there is more than one use case for the move than to simply recover. For the basics, let's just generally take a look at the move. In general, based on your position, you can either go horizontal, vertical, or diagonal to recover back to the stage. The more aura you have, the further extreme speed will let you travel. As you can see, the move got a lot of startup lag, which of course can be punished before you can get back to the stage. Another important point is that Lucario's recovery is one of the easiest ones to 2-frame. Both points actually can become a massive weakness when trying to come back to the stage, so now let's talk about that more detailed. Starting with the controls of extreme speed. Because of how much startup lag it has, controlling extreme speed actually can become kinda challenging, especially on higher aura. Not pressing the direction you want to go for early enough will cause you to just vertically fly up high. Moving too early can cause what I'd like to call U-turn. Especially online, this can get kinda frustrating because the delay, the general connection or sudden lag spikes are all factors which can lead to an SD in the worst case. You can now see my controls on screen. An important thing which helped me back then to get better into extreme speed control is setting stick sensitivity to high. That may be just a thing of personal preference, but I'd suggest to try it out for the beginning. It's not a must-have though, of course, just use the control settings you feel the most comfortable with. In the end, mastering the controls is just a thing of practice. Now let's talk about the actual use cases of extreme speed. Say, what can we do to not get punished every time we recover back to the stage? As you already saw with extreme speed, we can simply go straight for the ledge when recovering. This, however, as already mentioned, can cause that you can get hit by a 2-frame. To avoid that, one option is to go for the stage instead of going straight for the ledge, which will cause that you won't grab the ledge immediately. Instead, as you could have seen, the hit will cause that you'll bounce off the stage and then grab the ledge. This will confuse your opponent, as he probably thought you will go directly for the ledge, which he tried to punish with a 2-frame. The bounce will cause that the hitbox of extreme speed will be active, but we will talk about that later in this video. As always, only going for the bounce can also become predictable and punishable for your opponent. Another use case I want to talk about is the vacuum. Either use it to trick your opponent by recovering high and behind him, or even making use of the hitbox to go for a reversal is just one thing. The other, even more important one can be to use extreme speed to wall cling to the stage. On certain stages, this actually can be a great option to avoid getting hit by a 2-frame. When hanging on the stage, what you can do is to make use of Lucario's wall jump and B reverses or wave bounces to confuse your opponent. Be careful though, as you obviously will lose your recovery when doing that. So with these options we have access to a small amount of possible ways to recover and also more importantly to avoid getting punished while coming back to the stage. I personally suggest to mix up your recovery during battles so that you get as unpredictable as possible to not get hit by any kind of edge guard or two-frame. For the last part of the video, let's see how we can use extreme speed in an offensive way, making use of the hitbox it has. First of all, as already mentioned, we can go for a reversal while trying to come back to the stage. As this is pretty predictable, a different way would be to go for your opponent while he's trying to recover by himself. My tip at this point, as this is a high risk, high reward situation, is to always keep an eye on your opponent before going for it. Besides the obvious things such as how much aura do you have, how's the current stock situation and how much damage does your opponent currently have, ask yourself, how good is my opponent's recovery? Did he already use his double jump? Did he air dodge already? And will it be worth going for it in general? I know that it sounds kinda dumb, but these are all factors which can decide if you actually hit your opponent or you kinda waste a stock by missing and, well, dying. Of course, you shouldn't overthink things as well. As someone who plays just for fun, I always try to go for the extreme speed kill if the situation seems to be suitable for that. The last use case I want to talk about is using the hitbox of the bounce to cause tech situations. With that we can make use of a jab reset to punish a possible missed tech. What's also possible is to combine Aurasphere footstool with extreme speed. That's it for today's video. As always, I really hope you enjoyed it. What do you think about Lucario's recovery and the options it can give you? Feel free to use the comment section to let me know, and as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Bye!